had no luck. I don't miss it all that much. Just so many things that I can't touch. I'm torn, I'm all out of faith. This is how I feel. Cold and I'm ashamed. Lying naked on the floor. Illusions never change into something real. I'm wide awake and I can see perfect sky is torn. You're a little late, I'm already torn. Hello everyone, anyone, and welcome back to Darkest Dungeon, Insanity Edition. Or, how insane am I? Yeah, did you hear that? That was Natalie Imbroglia. I can't say her last name. Natalie Imbroglia? Whatever. That was the song, yeah. I didn't even look it up, honestly. In terms of, chord. I looked up the chords, but I didn't even listen to the song again. That's me remembering the song from last time I heard it on, I'm assuming, a CBS radio. So, long story short, as I scroll down here, it was a hard day at the office, and the game broke me last time. But it's the next day, after having, so sleep and life being what it is, and this beautiful, beautiful thing, I decide perhaps it's time to get back on the boat, so I'm gonna freaking get back on the boat and do something. Because I refuse... Well, I mean, yeah, the game, it's broken me, I've admitted as much, but it doesn't mean that I'm gonna stay down on the mat, you know what I mean? I'm gonna give it another go, give it another whirl, do something like that. I experimented heavily a few moments in time. I can't wait till you die. Then my failures will be complete. You know what? Honestly, if Clementine dies, maybe that. You know what? Then you just hang up the cleats, man. You just say, you know what? It's time. You leave a little peace out picture to all your fans. And you say you're done. Point of the matter is, though, is that I decided I'm gonna go jump in and we must eat. We must gather the effing grain sacks. I got the party set up. You know, they know what they have to do. They have their jobs. And we'll see how everything goes, really. Am I expecting it to be an amazing run? No. Oh, I don't expect anything anymore from Darkest Dungeon. Fully cognizant of the mistakes I made. I think that there is partially, it's interesting to remember for myself at least. Well, I'm buying like 45 torches. That I have only been doing this I've only been doing I've only been doing excuse me, the YouTube game for 4 months now or so. And that's not like an excuse to say, oh, that's the reason why I suck. No, I fully acknowledge that I suck, okay? But my point to all that was the fact that I think that there's a certain amount of disconnect that kind of happens sometimes when I'm just kind of talking.
Even the fiercest beast will lay down when it is
and
not
sharing,
steal their food.
We don't know where to go. That's a good start to the run. But
Business will find
well,
no clemency in this place.
Wow. So what do you think the chances are that the end of this is going to show anymore? Oh, that's cool. Go get a disease. Have fun. No, but I think there's a certain amount of disconnect that kind of happens that from your brain a little bit as you're playing. And I am a risk taker. And Darkest Dungeon, when you get to these end levels, if anyone watching has learned anything from my trials, struggles, triumphs, etc., is that for the love of God, people, don't take risks. This game is not about risks. Good. Find out. Get stressed out. This game is not about risks, my friends. Oh, maybe something good. Great. Whatever. That's actually not a terrible one, although, yeah, I replaced something that was better. But I don't care. Good dodge. My point is that don't take risks for high-level heroes. Listen to the people in the comments. They obviously know what's going on. I'm gonna really laugh if this mission is ends up being incredibly short because I find all the grain sacks in a couple of minutes, or the first 3 rooms. That'd be kind of hilarious. I'm not gonna play, you know, certainly. Oh, who's better, Grave Robber or Grave Robber? Yeah, I kind of figured she would be. Excuse me. So yeah. Sometimes you have to, but the whole. Oh, okay, here we go. We got ourselves some interesting things here. Dot hitter is one that gets annoying. And these are all what they are. I think that you got the most annoying ones, Berk the second. So congratulations. Oh, you suck. Oh, why does this happen? Thank you. Thank you very much, Jones Doodles. Actually, I gotta remember to look at the map. It's room battle for Curio, but I can actually go Curio, 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 Curio. So those are all Curios, right? But it's one of those sort of things where there's a little bit of disconnect when you're playing and doing stuff at the same time. I'm not using it as an excuse. I'm using it as basically just kind of giving, you know, people a little indication what it's kind of like sometimes, where like, you know, you're just kind of going along, doing your thing, thinking everything's cool, and that's great. Before you know it, all of a sudden it's I think we'll get him before, like, basically, you're like there, for example, I'm thinking out loud as I'm playing, and that's fine. I'll put up the buff. Yes, of course it is. But when you're on these level 5 runs, you've gotta be careful, and I wasn't careful. I took stupid risks. I took things because I was, and there's also a certain amount of it, like, well, you're posting this to YouTube, and you're not liars. You're not gonna, you know, fib about what the hell is going on with you. You know, we're talking about your Iron Man honor here, bro. That's what I'm talking to myself. I say bro to myself. No, but I call myself bro. But the point is that there's a matter of like making sure that you take care of your. You're gonna die before anything happens. So there's a point of like where you're kind of like, I gotta put on a good show for everyone. So you're thinking way more about the showmanship and talking about that sort of stuff than you are about the game. Now, granted, that's all well and good, and I like to think that you guys have had a good laugh with me, or, you know, hell, laugh with my family this summer. I don't care, because quite frankly, it's life, man. I'm not gonna get beat up over. I mean, I did get upset at the video game enough that I was stomping around quite maturely. It was a very mature stomp. But I did get got upset at the game after that last loss, you know, and part of me is like, that's it, I'm done, no more, there shall be no more Darkest Dungeon. You know, you say these things to yourself, and of course that's not the case. Of course I'm gonna go back, of course I'm gonna try to finish what I started. I have quit games before, but I'm not the quitting type. I've quit games because I'm like, well, I'm not having any fun. Now granted, one could definitely put this in the same category of, quote, I'm not having fun. In the sense that the game is stressing me out, but that's the purpose, that's the point of it. I actually tweeted out to the developers of the game that they did their jobs too well. I think I said in the last episode too. It's because you did your jobs too well, guys. Quite frankly, you beat me. I feel it. Really? Get the blue one? But it's a matter of like they did win, or not, they did their job well, and that should be commended, honestly. How long is this gonna last? 3 damage rounds. Just finish her off.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
And you know, but it's been fun though, because I've learned a lot of great strategies from you guys and comments, and this is playing the game and trying different things back and forth. The desire to entertain, rather than going, the desire to entertain with the what I'm doing, rather than just purely working. Like if anyone would like to know how I started out, and a lot of you guys might have seen me start off with the original Sin, is that I don't necessarily care for super optimization to the point of robotic playing. Sure, it would help because I wouldn't have to like be thinking sometimes, oh, should I do this versus that? You know, it wouldn't matter. But at the same time, I think that it's more about the fact that I'd rather have fun any day of the week than basically just play robotic and just play, you know, have everything min-max perfect and everything. Now, that being said, this is darkest effing dungeon here, folks, okay? Let's not fool or kid ourselves around here. I don't even care. Good for him. What you get? Alright. Well, considering I haven't taken any damage, you might as well keep going. And yeah, these are all level 6 heroes. This is just a matter about getting back on the horse, man. Yeah, go eat it. These compulsive things. I think it's compulsive. What's making me do that? I'm curious. Yeah. So yeah, it's one of those sort of things where this is still very much a worthwhile game. I'm still very much playing it right now. But you know, when all is said and done, I gotta say that you know, the game is what it is. It's a very, very well made game to the point of frustration to where you know, it's one of those sort of games. So it's like when you beat the original. Well, when you actually like you know, if you actually legitimately beat Super Mario Brothers 1 or this game is popping in my head for some reason, but when you legitimately beat certain games and it became you know, clear that, you know, like, hey, I actually did it, because, you know, this game actually is effing hard. There are games that are actually hard in this world. You have to remember, I come from a generation myself with my birthday coming up. Reminder, everyone, like it matters. I'm taking that day off, though. There might be a video or not, but you won't see me commenting. No, but you have to remember, like, video games back then were like meant to like take your money, your quarter suckers, and games used to be pretty effing hard. So I'm used to that. I'm very much used to it. Your stun resist is so effing high, but why not? Since you're full health, just give it a shot. You never know. Hey, well, how about that? All right, and then we just beat on him. Unfortunately, the only thing we could do is get him to bleed, and I think we're gonna need crit on our side here. So we'll just keep popping that. Yeah. No crits. No crits. Bleeds. It's not a very high damage party I have here, is it? Or against protection, it's all about getting those bleeds off, and those bleeds just are not hitting. There it comes. Okay. I think I have to Retribution.
A devastating blow.
Yeah, what a crit. But Retribution really wasn't actually the right call there. There we go. That's a full crit though from you know, your maxed out character, and that's how much it does is. But the thing about it is that the game is very good. The game does job well, and coming from the younger or that older generation, because games now are like meant to be won. They're meant to be won easily. This Darkest Dungeon is the sort of game that if you leave all the difficulty settings on, and I'm not gonna necessarily put the qualifier that you have to do it alone, if you will. Meaning, don't just look up the cheap build and do that over and over again. I mean, that is kind of part of what I mean a little bit, because there's some good stuff out there. You could definitely do some parties to where everything's a cakewalk. Quest location, bam. All right. Because you could definitely do that whole. You can look up things to where everything's just walk in the park, and that's cool. You know, whatever suits your fancy. But it's one of those things to where it's like, I don't know, personally, I've watched a couple people play Darkest Dungeon. People who got me into it. People such as Ziyal, who I think is just awesome. Love that guy. I hate him the most. He's right here. Not Marbozir. Marbozir. And what am I trying to think of? Northern Light, blah blah blah. You know, and it's one of those sort of things where I haven't checked back in a little bit because I've been busy with my own work and just life in general. And life got really busy for me real freaking quick. I'll tell you what, guys. But the point is that I basically got to a point to where, or like if you watch just some of those LPs, I'm not even sure how far they go in. And I would expect Barbazier's, if he might have got the dark game beaten by now. And I'm sure there's plenty of other YouTubers who've got the game beaten backwards, forward, sideways. I put a big emphasis upon, hey, commenters, put your names in the grab bag. And I'm going to try to keep everyone around, try to do this. And doing so, I did a lot of teetering around at the end. And that teetering around has cost me dearly. And that's fine. That's fine. I made that choice. It's not, I'm not blaming it on the freaking viewers or commenters. I'm saying I decided to teeter around where I should have been more aggressive. Like, I talk about like how I've taken too many risks, but I've also been far too risk happy as well. In terms of just going for the big freaking like score, if you will. Or sometimes actually going for trinkets too, which is silly. In fact, if I'm being honest, this whole quest, this Grain quest, is all because it's got the epic grave robber trinket that only downside is you consume 100% more food. I think that's like it or something. So it's really epic good. And you can get the killing blow. Sorry, let's see what that was. Powerful blow. And such. Don't.
A trifling victory.
Did I finish the sanitary? I did. So I only need the gold. Okay. Anyway, but it's a matter of like. So anyway, my point is that with all this sort of stuff, am I making excuses for my failings, crying river? Probably. Yeah, I mean, I could. If I'm being straight, kinda. I think so. But I'm okay if it all. I don't know. It's not really phasing me in terms of that of like, oh, I'm a failure as a person. I will say that my recent decision to like, oh, let's make it so that I just go only record the parts of dungeons that I'm in, and then when I was kind of in between runs, I'm like, well, either I can edit footage together as I put this together, which is, slightly more work. It's really not that much, but it's enough that when you're in a tired mood or whatever, you're just like, I don't want to do it. Or something like that, because I think yesterday I mentioned, or I mentioned in recordings that I did yesterday that are up today, God, that gets confusing. That, basically I was just kind of like, I had to talk myself into playing. And I'll tell you what, Darkest Dungeon is one of those games, you know what, man, give it an extra day. Or give it an extra little bit, or maybe that's the day to play a little bit more in the other games first, because I realized that some of that haste really led to, well, the decisions that you saw, and they were great decisions. They led to people being dead. Hooray for people being not for people being dead, but that's just the way that it goes. I don't know. So, see, I need you for damage. The big thing about it is that, and I think my main point with all this sort of thing is that it's kind of a little bit of illusion towards life, man. Do what you want, play how you want, and for myself, it's like, sure, is there a little bit of embarrassment factor that it's just like, I'm on like part what of Darkest Dungeon? Damn it, when did that happen? And then, I realized, some of the reasons behind it. The reasons don't matter. The excuses or whatever they are, it doesn't mean a darn thing. What does, at the end of the day, kind of matter is whether or not do it your own way. You gotta live your life your own way, and you're gonna have to do stuff. That plus fully... Yeah, probably should take it out a while ago. Also, that it is probably a good idea to fully acknowledge when... knowing that you've been distracted a little lately. Yeah, I know I've been distracted like crazy lately. That's gonna, I don't know. That's a hell of a debuff. Those guys seem to be the #1 target from now on. I mean, even with disease being what it is. Because damn. That was a beautiful hill clementine. That was because of all the debuffs, of course, but I mean, he literally can't do anything, so it has to be this. I was thinking about shadow fading.
The ground quakes.
Yeah, let's keep it going. I'm gonna make sure she's okay, even though she has a debuff. It's just a matter of more worried about this. How much longer does this last? 45 rounds. Okay. And speed buff. See, because I've seen some fun builds out there. I've seen builds like 2 Hellions, Jester, basically in the back who does nothing but spam the ability, and like a Highwayman. Although we know what happens to my Highwaymen. They just, their job is to be dead or die tragically. But yeah, but the thing about it is, like, there's a lot of fun stuff about all this, and I'm still enjoying myself. I'm trying to bring out content to you guys. I'm enjoying life in general. Is this video a little bit of proving that to myself and to you guys? Yeah. Oh yeah, totally. Like, I'm not hiding that. I'm not even attempting to hide that, in fact. Good. Awesome. So we're done with the quests, right? Which is awesome and everything. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, it'd be nice to make use of the supplies I haven't brought to this place and
together,
get a little bit more
furtive and vulnerable,
bang for my buck.
Rats in a maze.
Yeah, everyone gets this one. This one's tight. Okay, I think one of the reasons specifically why I brought her, or Felix, was snuff box. Whatever. Just cures her own syphilis, that is. And that makes life a little better. And we're good. But that's the thing, is that it's just basically a matter of, like, you decide what you want to do. And I decided I wanted to keep playing Darkest Dungeon, although this is definitely the affirmation video. The, like, am I going to be tossing this one out every... Great, I can't even use the thing on it. Excuse me. This is definitely not. This was definitely the... I have not given up. I'm not letting this break me video. I'm going to be putting these videos out every single time. Well, as much as I can. But, it's just a matter of, like, I am definitely spent. Truth is, when you know that you're burned for... I've been burned for a little while. Do I only have 4 food left? So someone's got, like, super Hunger Games is going on? I'll have to check that. But we can get this food off here, which helps. But yeah, because I've been doing a lot lately. It was actually one of those sort of things that came to me to where I realized that it had been 4 months and I've taken like one legitimate day off where I just didn't work at all because I already had videos in the bucket, if you will. In the can. I don't know. I think of like film in the cans, they say, I think. I don't know. I know somebody from Hollywood. Is that enough to give me some credibility? No? Alright. I know somebody in the biz, quotation marks, and everything. No, they actually are in the biz. That is derogatory. It sounds like it's derogatory to them, which it absolutely isn't. This person's amazing, actually. And funny enough, you know how I met this person who is in the biz, Hollywood, and I would not be surprised if is one of these days running the effing place. Yeah, I met him playing, being a dungeon master, being a dungeon master on Roll20, playing Dungeons and Dragons, 5th edition. 5th edition just came out, and you know, I just put out the flyer or whatever, or he was a friend of a friend, is how I basically found it. But yeah, because I put together my whole group for D&D, and I know right now you're welcome to yell it, nerd. You know, the Homer Simpson nerd thing. I don't want to scream into the mic. I don't have the throat for it today. But the point is that that's where I met the person. And before I know it, I'm doing a little bit of work where I'm helping my Hollywood friend. Like all day, I got a chance. They were kind enough to share some of their work with me and look at it, and I was like, wow, I think this is actually really cool. So I go to the lengths of going out to an area close by for a little reconnaissance or principal photography. I don't know.
May we find
I'm not entirely sure. That's his job, though. What the hell that stuff's called. But the point is that that's what I end up doing. Is I end up helping him out doing a little bit of that stuff, and I thought that was a lot of fun. A lot of fun to do that, and it's something I still keep in touch with, yada yada. But the fun part of the story, I think, is the fact that it's like, yeah, dude, I brought this person playing D&D, okay? All sorts in this world, my friends, all sorts. And definitely, and actually, if you're, you can yell nerd and do all this sort of stuff, but quite frankly, if you never tried, if you're watching a bloody video, if you're watching a Let's Play on the internet, let's put it this way, it's one of those great ways, tabletop gaming that is, and however it takes to get started. If you're not really in a position to go out to the local place or have friends who are interested in around you, especially if you're one of those you want to be one of the closeted D&D types. There's plenty of those out there. You can actually play on Roll20.net. An excellent service which I subscribed to for a little while to help them out and help me out because it gave me some resources. We're basically tabletop gaming where you basically play it online, where you make the maps and do all this sort of stuff. It actually probably is partially responsible for me. I don't even know why I have these. I keep bringing the wrong things to this stuff. Clean it. Yay. Eat some of it now. Okay. 3 frickin' shovels. Alright. Yeah, screw it. I'm taking the circuitous path. But anyway, D&D doesn't have to be D&D, by the way. There's lots of great tabletop out there. In fact, some people, after playing, I've played several editions of D&D, and I have to tell you, I like what they did in 5th edition better than 4th. Though 4th is the more, like, if you've played like World of Warcraft or any sort of MMO, 4th edition is the way to go. In the sense because they're very kind of clear in how they do business, if you will. Because it's pretty clear who's a tank, who is a healer. You can mid-max and do all this sort of stuff there, but the classes are a lot more specialized. Not specialized isn't even the right word I'm looking for. They're a lot more defined, I suppose. Well, I don't know. That's not even really true. Everyone's kind of a wizard is the joke. Because the way it works in basically most tabletop games is that if you're a magic user or something, you have like a whole bunch of spells. And it's something you have to keep track of. And your sheet's going to be longer than the guy who just wields a freaking axe, okay? But the thing about 4th edition is that everybody, everyone got in on the action where... nice. Everyone got in the action in terms of having abilities that were like spells. So the list grew pretty long. The way I put it is that 4th edition's a great edition of D&D, right? Though it is very important to also note that the games take freaking forever, man. How do I put? Like the games take forever because, now granted, it depending on who you're playing with, how many people you're playing with, right? But 4th edition, because everyone's a spellcaster, everyone has you have 3 different actions on your turn. And sometimes, no lie, a single person's turn could be a 20. It could be a 20-minute affair, and that's just the fact that this person's got to do a lot of dice rolls. Okay, leave them alone. They got to do a lot of dice rolls, and you're waiting for them in person, or if it's online, you're just waiting for them. Of course, dodges that. But you're waiting for him. You're waiting for him to finish. But Burst's turn could be 20 minutes long. Now, granted, that's just because there's a lot of different things. Because you're doing this, doing that, doing that. Anyway. So, going into the what D&D game or whatever. And by the way, if anyone's interested in some of my tabletop thoughts, who knows? Let me know in the comments, because I'll be like, hey, who knows? Maybe people are interested in hearing me talk about that. While I go crazy about this, I get my little tangents, because let's face it, the tangents are all I got right now. But the point is that I actually think that any sort of stuff like D&D and tabletop can be very good, especially if you move somewhere new.
Inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue.
Yeah, inordinate examination. Because it can be very helpful to people, and I'm all about that component of it for sure. Well, to the older forecrest. Well, actually, I think it's gonna sell more than the food. I think. Well, the food's gonna sell for like 5 each, so who gives a damn? Alright. So there you go. Alright. And we are good. Boom! Quest complete. Dun 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 dun.
Our supplies are
And check it out. This is why this is why it's a good trinket. Crit, trap disarm, which you can still fail on those high ones, minus chance. Increased scouting chance, speed. Only thing is 100% food consumed. So either you counter with the anti-food trinket, or anti-eating trinket or whatever. And oh, by the way, if you combine that with stress eater, it's fantastic. You eat 3 things each time. It's like me after being dumped by a girl. I hope I'm joking about that. Am I? I say Natalie Imbroglia's torn or whatever. Oh, did you go on a vision quest, Maliki?
When compared to the condition of surrounding acres.
Yeah, you're on a vision quest. I hope you find your freaking spirit animal. Have fun. Alright. But yeah, anyway, so tangents and D&D and all that lovely stuff, I ramble on so about. Is there another one? I'm not giving up. Okay, we got our selection here. Okay, let's find out. Whoa, we got a strong contender already. Oh, we got 2. I mean, Gambler, that's going to be kind of tough, right? But tough is tough. And they die. I mean, they just keep dying on me. So welcome to the club, Guy Yacht.
Evasive. Persistent. Righteous traits for a rogue.
Oh, shut up. I hate the narrator. That's what happens too after a while of the game. Actually, I've lost so many people. I need to actually get more people than this. I just keep forgetting. Yeah, man. Whatever. More. I don't even know who you are.
To fight the abyss, one must know it.
Well, I'll take you to the weld. That's all I can really say.
The thrill of the hunt.
I like bounty hunters. Escape Boba the Fett. So let's see. I'll take care of who needs being taken care of. God, that sounds like I'm rubbing people off or rubbing people. Okay, rubbing people out. Rubbing people off is something else. Ask your parents. Don't ask your parents. They'll probably have follow-up questions for me. I'm not sure if this content's appropriate for you. We need. Okay, so here's the thing. You know what? Anastasios can't level up because people who work with him are, well, one. Why don't you guys go have a freaking drinking party because you're useless to me right now. Yeah, go lose some trinkets. Have fun. Oh yeah, the prices are different because of this. You know what? I'm going to the brothel. Screw you guys. I'm getting syphilis. My namesake, that is. God. That's why I love it. I love it because I like to. You know my policy on trying not to swear and trying to be a good guy about that because I want people to feel safe. This is a safe place. Feel free to say whatever you want to say, and Hellion too. Was there a Hellion on that bus? Because yeah, any Hellion, you're coming along for the ride. Because you are our next great hope. And you've already got a lot of crap going wrong for you. Isn't that great? Alright, so let's set up the next mission. Easiest way to get rid of them? F off! I do like that. I don't like it too much, I admit. Hey, whatever. I can sell it, I can pawn it, I can do whatever. Well, I don't have time right now because I decided to talk D&D and make sure that went nice and long. So we'll set up a longer medium run for Lobies. Which reminds me, you're the healer. Best we've got. All we got. We got a net. Yeah. And you actually, don't you need like... So you need to get lunge to even complete your kit. If I decided to use your kit, which using your kit is interesting because of the leper involved. Excuse me. I don't know. Never done it before. Be kind of neat. I could also just not take him, right? Actually, I'm curious about that. Get the hell out of here. Go. I'm done with you. Gaiat, if that is your real name. I'm curious. If they're level 0, is it like wicked cheap to lock in a trait? It's certainly cheaper than later, I think. Whatever. he's going in. That's what I decided to do. The madness is taken home. Thank you, Natalie and Broy. La la la. I'm torn. Nothing's red. I'm torn. Anyway, moving on. Moving back to the on, to the on, to the back, to the on, back, back, on, the back, back, on, the back, back. And no, that was stupid. To strike it from the record. Strike it? Alright, we're stricken. Don't worry. It won't be getting out anytime soon, guys. Alright, this actually is a viable party. Then the equipping and whatever for next episode. Hey, Mr. One Leper, you're gonna get some fun toys. Screw it. I mean, you get less heals, but combine that. It's kind of tough because 8 accuracy, it's more stress. You get more stress in this. You do get more stress in this. You're already. So it's kind of a, I don't know. I like this trinket. That's also pretty nice. I also just like, he's gonna be taking the damage, so this is accuracy for nothing. All right. I don't really want to do dark. I don't really want to even take those freaking trinkets or these things, to be honest with you. So, boom. Oh yeah, the people who I really want to level up. The portrait. You don't put 2 stress. The new rule is no more 2 stressful items on at the same time. Yeah, it's a good rule. It is. It's one of those rules I really should have considered. Because we've seen how it's unhinged the parties before. Yeah, your dodge goes to hell, but you'll hit. Or just go with the bleed, man. The bleed chances. The bleed is very nice. I don't know. I'm having weird thoughts about that. So anyway, I'm just gonna set them up with the rest of the whatever levels and everything they need. And I'm still doing it on camera, which is one of those sort of things where, I thank you guys very much for watching the video, and I could do the whole, I'm wrapping this up now. The movie's over. Go away. Ferris Bueller's speech. But it's really, sometimes, you know what? In honor of somebody I used to know. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna start singing that. I'm not. Don't make me, okay? Not your monkey. I ain't your stepping stone. I'm gonna do that. Why not? Do yourself, heel dog. Have fun. Enjoy life. Wow, one has it. As the armor and everything slowly improves. Yep. You're all I got, baby. You're getting upgraded, okay? And your name will be something else. Which, by the way, if more names come in, just let me know. I'll be switching them up as time goes on. Alright, everyone. sounds good otherwise. Yay. Okay, so next time, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, blah, 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 blah. Likes, comments, subscribes. I'm insane. I ramble on about D&D and just say it like it is. And, but the thing about it, though, is I think at the end of the day, I take the responsibility for my own actions. That's what it's about. No, I don't know what it's about. Actually, I have no idea. All this is all me just rambling as I desperately cling to the hopes that I'll do this. I will tell you this, though. I'm still holding out in hope for doing on everything. So who knows if this ends up being forever. But sooner or later, I'm going to the dungeon. I don't give a damn. I'm ready. Because it's one of those things I wanted to complete everything before I went to it. And that was the stupidest idea ever. Always go for your goals, kids. Find your dreams. Alright, so anyway, I hope you guys have a great one. And I'll see you in the next time. Take care, y'all.